Hi, everybody. Agvila and I are going to talk about consciousness shifting and the higher planes and how to get out of body or in our imagination, shift consciousness into these other planes of existence, realms, dimensions, densities, whatever you want to call them. And this would be so that we can explore. And so you can explore between lives areas, past life areas, but even more fun is the ETs in the higher planes and realms and spacecraft and getting on spacecraft and talking to ETs and stuff like that, face to face, in person sort of thing. And so Agvila and I used to do this a lot. And so we're going to talk about that for a little bit. And so from your perspective, what would you call it, Agvila? Is it a consciousness shift, an out-of-body experience? How would you describe it?
Probably just consciousness shift or awareness shifting,
Mhm.
because mainly in my video I've said it today, but I think it might fit as an analogy. Like, imagine being on Google Maps looking at tons of different photos. In one photo it's Switzerland and another photo it's Utah. You're just changing photos. You're not moving anywhere physically, but your attention, your awareness goes to a certain location, and that's all it is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So what was one of the first ones we did that you like on a spacecraft or something, as opposed to like on a beach or something? Uh, and so one of the first ones where you explored a spacecraft. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And then I'll talk about how we did it and the technique and all that stuff. But
Probably in one of our earlier meetings, you were still doing the guided UV boot camp, had a lot of students and stuff. And for me, like in my personal life, I had this UFO sighting-ish. Nothing in the sky, but the lights on the ground were there and like the whole family saw it. So it's like it stood out. And then same night I had like a out of body experience, ended up on a spaceship, told you about the experience when I got back from visiting my grandparents. And then, you just guided me out of body. We walked in the spaceship a little bit, told you some of the things I saw with my limited English, so nothing special.
uh-huh. Okay, now let's share it from my side. So I learned how to do this thing where you can just help somebody, like if they got good visuals, you can just, close your eyes and like imagine something. And then you do a few little things like reach and withdraw for things that you're looking at. Notice little things and big things, far away things, and close things. Anyway, it helps the person get tuned in. And some people have really great visuals and they can see it very clearly and vividly. And that's like awesome because you can really travel around the multiverse with that. But anyway, uh, so when I first hear that Agvila has this ability to see visuals really well, and I go, oh, then I ask her, would you like to like check out a spacecraft or something? Uh, it was because she had, shared the thing about the UFOs, lights and all that stuff. So anyway, that kind of got it started. And when she shifted, uh, did you see the outside of the spaceship first? Is that what you first saw? Do you remember?
Just got inside right away.
Oh, okay, inside right away. So as I remember, and this is like I don't know, 8 years ago or something, but or more, but I remember you being in like the common room with a lot of ETs and stuff, different kinds, and some dignitary looking guys and a big what are some of the things you remember you first saw when you got on the spacecraft?
Just bunch of corridors or hallways, I guess. Plenty of rooms.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I guided you to talk to an ET. And I remember this one where you were talking to him and you were touching his hand and looking at him and stuff. Do you,
I mean,
what can
there
you,
are plenty of ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Could
So
you just,
many.
uh-huh. Now, when you're there, does it feel like you're really there? Can you like walk around? Do you have an avatar body or what?
I mean, yeah, like feels like same as in real life. Just the way right now I'm sitting and talking to you is same way as being in a spaceship, like as real as can be.
Oh my God.
I mean,
So,
for some people, they can put the VR glasses and see everything in front of them and get the sensation of maybe motion sickness, maybe a bit too much of like to confront. But imagine also putting like advanced suit that would allow you to feel everything around you and smell it like that. That's real as that.
Uh-huh. So this is how real it is for her. And now I'm walking around in a spaceship. She can see it all, but I'm like, what is she seeing? What is she seeing? And so I say, go walk up to one of these ETs. And that's the one I remember. I remember some of the other things too. But walking up to this ET and I'm having to shake his hand or feel the temperature of his stuff. Do you remember this fucking character?
We did so many with similar steps that for me,
Yeah.
specifically, if we're talking about that time, I was in my grandparents' place, like,
Uh,
yeah, they're different. But
okay. So do you see any value in that aside from just a fun exploration, or what would you mm, what would you say a person if they got a session with us and we gave them a guided session, uh, what would
I
they
think
get
for
out of it?
me, it's not the exploration, but more like currently the way I view it in my life is when there is something negative that I'm dealing with that I know that might not be out of this world, uh, going out to deal with those issues out there, understanding why it happens, who's targeting me or someone else, and just listening to the stories from different perspectives, it helps to get a better understanding. And later on, a lot of info that I get might already be in books and or videos that I haven't read or watched. So it's like, like later on I stumble upon information. It's like, oh, I've encountered it firsthand and out of body experience, and now I see someone else talking about it. So like I get a lot of confirmations that way, but it's my personal experience that's later on being confirmed by someone else who has wrote about it usually.
Now, do you see any personal value in for people that are into like mm, like I remember, for example, one of the ships that we were on or that you were on uh, was either being harassed or threatened or attacked. And we actually went on a mission. So, do you remember?
In terms of these scenarios, yes.
Really? Because I don't remember hardly any of them. I just like one key, archetypical, you know, we did this. In the movie, we did a lot of those. But yeah, does that, do you feel like there's that makes a difference in our physical experience, or is that
I mean,
just to help those beings
few
there?
times we had a coincidence of we do a session, we go out of body, we work with certain beings or try to get rid of a few spaceships. Just imagine making deals being political, or whether we get a bit more in the offense and try to destroy something, a few bases and stuff. And then the next day, there are quite a few people who are doing channeling from Pleiadians and other ETs, and they're saying, "Well, this happened throughout the night, and there's like big changes." And I'm like, "Did we contribute?" Like all of a sudden, like similar
Uh,
topics, like pretty much same groups. I'm like, whatever. So like, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking too. There's a trickle down effect, and it'll be for certain people's reality in this world
Yeah.
will experience the cause and effect of what they or we or someone else does in these higher planes. And certain people in this world will be connected with that kind of group reality phenomena, and will experience trickle down. Well, other people like what? Nah, nothing. That's what I kind of think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like specifically, if I'm targeting someone that might be causing the, ringing in the ears, and, specifically for me, at certain times, and we go after that group, I might feel a personal change and others won't. But at the same time, I had plenty of these instances where targeting groups that are causing certain events, like making it harder for people to get out of body, making it harder for people to visualize and, see anything when they close their eyes, or being pushed back in the body when they actually get out into the astral. That happens, and then targeting those groups, dealing with it. Those that I have worked with that I did not knew what I did later on say like they didn't do any in their work, but we started getting some results and winning. Like, okay, like coincidence or not, I don't care, but as long as someone has a better day, like that's all that matters.
Yeah. So like if we get clients and they're being targeted or something like that, you can shift consciousness like that and see what's going on in the higher planes or some aspect of their reality or what appears to be their reality from your perspective. And
Yeah, like
you, Mhm.
trying to be like a blank slate and see things from another person's perspective and their consciousness experiences and what they're in touch with. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you see it, it's like touchy feely. It's like you're there. It's like
Yeah.
real. I keep asking, and you keep saying the same answer, but I just find it absolutely amazing because I don't have that particular skill. Or let's say I have it, but I'm not using it. But it's just amazing to me that you can shift consciousness like that and interact with the beings in these other realms and planes and densities and frequencies.
The way I see it, it's like I'm no special. Everyone has all of these abilities, and if they can tune into it, whether
Mhm.
they see it or not, if they have the freedom for imagination to explore a certain subject or an area, they will get it. Absolutely. An
Yeah.
information, a feeling state, a change in their energy, knowingness, there's going to be something, depending on the muscle that they have been developing or not. But everyone can do it, everyone can explore. So, yeah.